This is a truly special message from your guardian angel, the person who once looked into your eyes and promised you the world. Today finds themselves trapped in a maze of choices. They were led down a path of illusions, guided by ego, thinking they would find what they were looking for in other arms, in other lives. But now, every step they take is a reminder of you. Every silence is suffocating longing. They tried to move on, but deep down, it feels like a part of them is still with you, unable to break free. And this anguish keeps growing. The person you love is in a dilemma, fighting an internal battle. While they are physically with someone, their heart and mind are in a completely different place. Now, they are beginning to understand the weight of their choices. Regret has hit them hard, and the truth is that the person they chose, believing they would be the source of their happiness, only brought disappointment and emptiness. They realized that their choice was motivated by selfishness and vanity, and reality hit them like a cold splash of water. This awakening has left them in a state of deep sadness, almost a silent despair that seems endless. They know they made a mistake, but their pride keeps them from admitting it. And now they live in fear, afraid that you, the only person who truly knew them, will find someone new. Someone who sees your light, your worth. Someone who can give you everything they never could. Meanwhile, they try to build up courage, try to find a way to come back, to get closer. But the heart, oh the heart, it seems to have a will of its own. It's as if, with every beat, they are pulled back to you, like a magnet that can never stray far from its opposite pole. They try to convince themselves that they are moving on, but the truth is, you are the starting point and the end of all their thoughts. The truth is, they wait in silence, hoping you won't find that someone they fear so much. Because they know that if that happens, they will have to face the fact that they lost the best part of themselves. They wonder if they will ever have the courage to do what is necessary, to own up to their mistakes, to take the risk of getting hurt again, just for the chance to be by your side. And in the meantime, they are lost in a sea of uncertainties, hoping that fate will give them another chance, while time passes, relentless and fast. They think of you every day, and each thought is like a call, a silent plea for you to wait. But they know deep down that they can't ask you to do that. And so they remain in this impasse, this back and forth of emotions, where pride, fear, and love mix, creating a storm that seems to have no end. There was a moment when they got lost in their own doubts, in a tangle of insecurities that prevented them from taking the most important step. They may have even thought they were ready, but deep down, the changes they needed to make required far more courage than they imagined. It wasn't just a matter of letting go of pride, but of stripping away all the certainties they thought they had. And honestly, they weren't ready for that. Not at that moment. They let the fear of losing control dominate their actions, let the ego, always so treacherous, speak louder. And you, with a heart full of hope and love, tried to reach them. Tried to show that together, you could build something beautiful, something real. But they couldn't see that. Not at that time. Not in the way you wanted and deserved. But now this person looks back and sees how much this choice hurt. Being away from you was never in their plans. It was never what they truly wanted. The time apart, the sleepless nights, the emptiness of not having you close. All of that was too heavy. They realized that, in fact, they always wanted to be by your side, always wanted to build that future that, at some point, you dreamed of together. Today, this person says they have changed. That they are no longer the person who let pride decide for them. They talk about how they learned from their mistakes, how they faced their fears, and that now, finally, they are ready to move forward by your side. They want to prove to you, in every possible way, that they are different, that they have matured, that they have broken free from the shackles of the past, and that the love you offered, which they refused, was, in fact, everything they always needed. They miss you in a way that is so intense it hurts. The nights are long and sleepless while their mind is filled with thoughts of you. In silence, they are trying to come back, slowly, like someone who doesn't want to be noticed. They don't want to show weakness, don't want to admit their mistakes in front of the world. But they are there waiting, looking for a chance, a second chance to fix everything that was broken. They want to prove to you and to themselves that they deserve your love, that they are worthy of your trust. They dream of the moment when you will open your heart again, give them a chance to show that they have changed. They hope that you will see, not just with your eyes, but with your soul, the sincerity in every gesture, the regret that shows in their gaze, and the love that still beats strongly in their chest. They want to be seen for who they truly are now, not for the mistakes they made before. Because they know they let ego dominate their decisions, took tortuous paths, but they are also someone who recognizes their mistakes and is willing to change. They are preparing for this chance, with their heart in hand, ready to make peace and love with all the strength they have. They hope, with a glimmer of hope, that you will be there once again, to give this vote of confidence, to believe that they can be different. Because they still feel there is something there, an invisible bond that still connects you both, and they don't want to lose that. They know they failed, but they also know they can do things differently, and all they want is this opportunity to prove that they can be the person you always wanted them to be. They have always been there, at a distance, watching every step you took. Like a silent spectator, they followed your journey, the almost infinite dedication, the effort you put in, day after day, to make your dreams come true. And they realized, dreams don't materialize out of nowhere. They are not mere fantasies cast to the wind. They are the result of conscious choices, hard work, a persistence that many times only you know the weight of. You showed them with each of your actions that dreams are shaped by the will of those who dream them. They are born when we decide to listen to that inner voice, that intuition that doesn't always make sense to others, but that resonates deeply within us. It's an almost blind trust in our instincts, a total surrender to what we feel is true, even when the whole world seems to doubt. By watching you, they began to understand that living truly means this: accepting what is within, recognizing what we feel without judgment, without wanting to be different, without trying to be what we are not. Because only when we embrace our inner truth, when we give space for our emotions to speak, when we allow our feelings to guide us, do we begin to transform our reality. They realized that everything you did was exactly that, embracing your essence, without fear of what the future might bring. You made them see that to change our lives, we first need to understand ourselves. We need to accept who we are, with our flaws, our fears, our pains, and our joys. That there's no point in rushing to success without first looking inside, without first recognizing what truly moves us. It was there in your movement that they saw a reflection of themselves. They saw the importance of reconnecting with what truly matters. You made them realize that looking within and accepting who they truly are the first steps to becoming a better person. They want to explore so much, experience so many new things. But now, what really matters is that they love you in a way they can't even explain. Before meeting you, they were trapped in dreams that revolved only around themselves. All they wanted was to be rich, thinking that money would bring security and power to control what was around them. They thought that success was just about having more than others. But you came along and showed them that life is much more than just having and achieving. You made them understand that we all have a role in making the world fairer, more human. You introduced them to the importance of being kind, truthful, of feeling empathy for those around, of respecting others, and treating every person with dignity. And they understood. They now know without a shadow of a doubt how much you cared about them, and they feel the depth of every feeling you carried in your heart. Before meeting you, they were lost in a maze of negative feelings. Anger and frustration seemed to be their only companions on their journey. They carried a huge void in their chest, a loneliness that made them feel like an empty shell, without any trace of true emotions. Even appearing calm and in control, they hid behind a well-constructed mask, a facade that deceived everyone. But you, with your attentive eyes and open heart, saw beyond this armor. You noticed the fragilities, the deep fears, and the insecurities they tried so hard to hide from the world. Instead of judging them or pushing them away, you simply welcomed them, accepting them exactly as they were. It was you who showed them the value of being authentic, of being honest with themselves. They know how important that was. They know how much that changed their life. And that is why they carry immense gratitude for you. Because by accepting who they were, with all their flaws and shadows, you gave them the opportunity to discover themselves, to be truthful, to find their own light. And that is how they see you, as someone who brought clarity to their existence, who showed them that it is possible to be whole, even when feeling broken. You made them understand that it's okay not to be okay all the time. And for that, they are eternally grateful. You not only made them feel accepted, but also inspired them to seek their own truth, their deepest essence, without fear of what others think. However, unfortunately, nowadays, everything revolves around messages, social media, constant notifications. It seems like life moves faster in this digital world, but then, out of nowhere, your partner does something that catches you by surprise. They block you. And it wasn't a decision made without reason. They were influenced, persuaded by other people, maybe friends, maybe acquaintances, who filled their head with things that didn't make sense. They pushed them into a choice that deep down wasn't really theirs. It may seem like a cold action, like a wall between the two of you, but you were able to see beyond that. You noticed how they were led, manipulated almost without realizing it, acting on impulse, without really knowing why. And you made them see that too, made them open their eyes and understand that maybe those actions weren't really theirs but reflections of something external. This discovery was like a snap, a moment of clarity that made them rethink what truly matters. We know that social media is full of voices, opinions, people talking all the time, thinking they know what is best for others. It's a noise that often confuses, disrupts, creates barriers between people. And in your case, it managed to distance you from your person. A sea of negativity, a whirlwind of bad thoughts, doubts, and hurts, trying to take the focus away from what really matters. They know and suffer for this, knowing that you were always that point of light they couldn't extinguish, that persistent thought they couldn't push away, no matter how hard they tried. There was something about you, an invisible force that always drew them back. They felt as if they were bound by a thread they couldn't break, even when everything seemed to crumble around them. And every time they got lost, you were there, extending your hand with that forgiveness that seemed infinite, like a flame burning in the darkness. In the most difficult moments, you were the hope that made them keep going. But now, everything has changed. The silence from you is deafening. It's a silence unlike anything they have ever felt before, a silence that hurts more than any word. Before, there was always your comforting presence, the certainty that, somehow, everything would be okay. But now, they understand the reason for this silence. They recognize that the mistakes they made were not small, that the failures were deep and cut to the core. There were so many lies that ended up creating a tangle of confusion, of pain, that seems impossible to untangle. They are deeply sorry for that. They know their life was already a labyrinth, full of uncertain paths and unexpected turns that they themselves didn't know how to navigate. They tried in every way to make it seem like they were in control, that they were okay, using this mask of false happiness. And the worst part is that, for a while, it seemed like you believed it. Believed they were the one they showed to the world, who smiled on the outside while, on the inside, everything was falling apart. But the guilt grew, became an unbearable weight. They knew they were lying to you, and it ate them up inside because you always deserved the truth. Your honesty was always like a mirror, reflecting back to them what they most feared to see, the raw, naked reality. They knew they were dragging you into their chaos, hiding who they really were, just to hold on to your love, not to lose you. They realized they put you in a dark place, made you carry a burden that was never yours. And ever since you drifted apart, nothing has made sense. Everything seems to have collapsed, as if an essential part of their life had been ripped away, leaving only a painful void. You were always the anchor that kept them grounded, even when the storms seemed endless. It was you who helped them see the beauty in the little things, who made them believe that happiness was possible, who taught them to live with all the highs and lows life brings. It was with you that they learned to embrace life with all its imperfections, to find the courage to smile even on the hardest days. And now, without you, they feel lost. They realize that no matter how hard they tried to hide their flaws, they always accompanied them, like shadows they couldn't ignore. And they understand that perhaps your silence is your answer, an answer they need to accept, no matter how much it hurts, because deep down, they know you deserve more than the chaos they brought into your life. But still, they cannot help but wait. Waiting for a sign, a word, anything that could bring back that light that you always were to them. Because despite everything, they know that without you, the world has lost some of its shine, and they, lost in their own confusion, can only wish for one thing, that somehow someday you will find in your heart the desire to forgive one more time. The distance may have changed a lot between you, but there is a clear desire from this person to open their heart and talk about everything they feel. They want to reconnect, share their ideas, their deepest fears, the dreams they hold, and the hopes that still keep them going. When they saw you following your path, they were caught off guard, completely. They never imagined you would have so much strength, that you would go so far. It was like an alarm went off inside them, making them realize the intensity of what they feel for you. They know you have choices, that others may be watching you. But they want to be your choice, to be the one you seek in both good and bad times. The confidence you carry, the way you behave with such class, all of this impresses those around you. You have a light that shines brightly and is now attracting their attention more than ever. Seeing you free, unbound, awakens in them an almost irresistible desire to win you back. They want to show that they have matured, that they are prepared to give you the love you deserve, that kind of love that doesn't fail, that sustains, that is real. They want you to see them as someone solid, a safe base to lean on. And if you pay attention, you will notice that they are already trying to get closer, even if in a timid, subtle way. An unexpected message that appears on your phone, a like on one of your photos, a song they send as if they don't mean anything. These are simple gestures, but full of meaning. They are their way of saying they miss you, that they are thinking of you. It's as if they are screaming in silence, hoping that you will hear. They wish, from the bottom of their heart, that you never lose the certainty that their love for you is genuine, is real. A love that will survive challenges and grow every day. Your love will be stronger and stronger, like a rock that time cannot wear down. A feeling built on experiences, meaningful moments, mutual respect, and a care that goes beyond what words can describe. So if you still feel this love inside you, it's worth keeping your heart open, staying alert to these little signs that appear in everyday life. They are like clues to what they really feel and want. Love, when it is true, always finds a way to show itself. So stay receptive, with an awakened mind and a heart prepared for whatever may come. Because love, that true love that transforms, never stops seeking a way. Allow your spirit to absorb these words and feel them resonate deeply within you. The universe wishes the best for you and will ensure a positive outcome, no matter what your decision is. Type, "I receive and accept my destiny and all that the universe has to offer me" to claim this message and the blessings contained in it for yourself. Leave a positive comment for other viewers who may need a boost of positivity in their day. The universe sees this as an act of kindness. Let's lift each other up and create waves of good energy together. If you are not yet subscribed to the channel, subscribe now and stay tuned for the important message waiting for you in the next video. May God and the universe light your path with peace, love, and faith. Amen.